this video may contain spoilers, so if you don't mind those, do you think Fleishman Is In Trouble is based on a true story? In this video, we're going to explain the inspiration for the new miniseries. Jesse Eisenberg has also shared a detail of when he first met co-star Claire Danes. John Krasinski reveals how his children responded to seeing The Office and more, so stay tuned. But let's start with Fleishman Is In Trouble, based on a true story? Inspiration explained. Fleishman Is In Trouble is the new miniseries starring Jesse Eisenberg as a new divorcee in his 40s who learns that his ex-wife has vanished without a trace, and he now has to learn how to balance his demanding job as a doctor, looking after their kids, and all of his fleeting New York hookups that he suddenly finds himself able to scoring. But while he grows increasingly worried as Rachel, who is portrayed by Claire Danes, remains missing, he starts to realize that he'll have to be honest about where their marriage went wrong if he hopes to ever figure out what happened to her. Sounds like it could have been ripped straight from the headlines, don't you think? Taffy Brodesser-Akner, the writer of the book the miniseries is based on, has admitted that the plot isn't really based on one particular true story, though it did get its inspiration from real events. She started writing Fleishman Is In Trouble after a friend told her he was planning to get a divorce, hoping to re-enter the single life via dating apps, and the writer was both surprised and intrigued by the idea of what it would be like for someone to start using dating apps at that point in their life, and she'd never seen anything like it either, with the plot revolving around a middle-aged divorcee. Next up, Jesse Eisenberg shares details about when he first met co-star Claire Danes. The very first time Jesse Eisenberg met his Fleishman Is In Trouble co-star Claire Danes was years and years before they actually worked together, and far less memorable for Danes than it was for Eisenberg. Eisenberg opened up about the experience during his appearance on The Tonight Show, where he told host Jimmy Fallon about the first time his path crossed with that of Claire Danes. According to Eisenberg, his wife had to go to some sort of benefit, and he had to go with her, but imagining it would be a rather boring event, he decided to just get high beforehand. At the event, Eisenberg got separated from his wife, which is when he found himself talking to a woman who had gone to the same high school as him and claimed to be an actress, who went to Yale. Eisenberg remembered thinking that she was just the coolest person he'd ever met, which he told her because he was still high. He then walked over to his wife, whom said, "I just think I met my soulmate. I met this amazing woman," as he pointed her out to his wife. His wife then pointed out to Eisenberg that it was Claire Danes and wished him luck with that. Claire Danes claims to have no memory of the event, so that begs the question, what does Claire Danes think is her first time meeting with Jesse Eisenberg? Following, John Krasinski reveals how his children responded to seeing The Office. There comes a time in the life of every actor that has kids that they'll start asking about their work, and for John Krasinski, that day has come. The actor recently revealed what his kid's first reaction was to watching him on The Office, where he starred as Jim Halpert, the charming and witty salesman we all fell in love with, if only a little bit, throughout the show's 9 seasons. Krasinski reveals his 6- and 8-year-old children asked about the series themselves during an interview on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and his wife, Emily Blunt, finally decided to just show them the pilot, and then they just started watching The Office. His oldest daughter turns out to be the kind of person who talks to the TV and kept saying that Steve was a horrible person, while his youngest wasn't convinced that it was really her dad in the show. Krasinski said he tried not to be too hurt by the remark, as he explained that he was just playing a character, but his daughter wouldn't buy it. She conceded that he looked like her father, but it couldn't be him. Poor Krasinski. It's been a while, and over the years, The Office has become a huge part of pop culture, which Krasinski's children will come to appreciate over time, hopefully. Stop right there, there's more to come. Next, The Conners adds a comedy legend to its cast, why Wednesday dance complainers are missing the point of the series, and Stranger Things creators tease actor with Hopper's ending. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to get all the details. Now let's continue. First up, The Conners adds a comedy legend to its cast. The cast of The Conners is set to be graced by a true comedy legend for an upcoming episode in Season 5, and she'll be portraying Dan's mother-in-law. There's been a lot of speculation about what the character would bring to the hit sitcom ever since it was announced that the current installment of the Roseanne spinoff would be introducing the mother of Louise, who is portrayed by Katie Sagal. We all know that Louise is always commenting on how dysfunctional the titular family is, and many viewers have felt for a while now that it would be very worthwhile. in turn to get a little taste of what Louise's home life would have been like. And now a new image that was released by TV Line has confirmed that two-time Emmy winner Jane Curtin will be portraying Doris Goldovsky, the mother-in-law of Dan, who is portrayed by John Goodman. The episode starring Curtin will debut on the 7th of December, 2022, and is called The Dog Days of December, in which Doris will meet Dan for the first time. After that episode, the Connors will take its mid-season break, which is just splendid timing. Luckily, the series will be back to normal from the 11th of January, 2023. It's been teased that the Connors will dig deep into its history, and there have been promises revolving the return of the original Roseanne character. Some believe this must be George Clooney, but so far this has not been confirmed. Who do you think it will be? Following, Wednesday dance complainers are missing the point of the series. While most people seem to be generally pleased by the new Netflix original series, Wednesday, there are a few who have thrown some criticism at the gothic dance scene, with the complaint being that it was much too eccentric. Those who think that obviously inherently miss the point of the entire series. Wednesday is the outcast at her school, which is for outcasts. Even though these characters are all used to the bizarre, Wednesday always goes the extra mile to distance herself from others even further, but with such dignity and confidence that it never looks forced. It's just Wednesday, and it's the charm of the entire Addams family, their weirdness, which makes them such lovable characters in the first place. Jenna Ortega also choreographed the dance herself, taking inspiration from several important sources, such as Lisa Loring, who originally played Wednesday in the 1960s sitcom and videos of goth clubs in the 80s, which gives Wednesday's gothic dance even more authenticity. In this scene, the whole school is watching her, and the shot perfectly showcases Wednesday's personality as an outcast shining through. It's not just that she's the only one wearing black at a party where everyone else is wearing black, but she dares to dance in a completely original way, while everyone else meekly keeps to the basic norm. The dance is much deeper than you might think, and now you know why. And now, Stranger Things creators tease actor with Hopper's ending. David Harbour, the actor that you most definitely recognize as Hopper from Stranger Things, has revealed that showrunners Matt and Ross Duffer tease him about potentially changing things up a bit for his ending in season 5. Harbour said this usually happens when he starts to get overly confident about knowing what will happen to Hopper, season 4 being Hopper's most intense season yet, following Hopper's capture as he attempts to escape not one, but 2 Soviet institutions, and his reunion with his adopted daughter, Millie Bobby Brown's 11. Speaking on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Harbour revealed that he knows how the story will end for Hopper in Stranger Things season 5, but he immediately said that the Duffers did threaten to go off course with what they had originally planned for him, just to mess with him if ever Harbour finds himself talking too confidently. Unfortunately, Harbour was tight-lipped when it came to what his character's arc actually entailed, and we'll just have to wait and see what will happen with Hopper, but given the fact that they already did the fake death thing, we're hoping that means Hopper will actually find some kind of happy ending when all is said and done. Don't you think Hopper deserves to be happy? And that's a wrap. Did you guys think Fleishman Is In Trouble was a true story as well? You're forgiven if you did. Let us know in the comments what you think of the series. Thanks for watching.